How to maximize NotebookLM and Gemini. Throughout today's research tutorial, I'm going to show you some of the new innovative features and how to use it for your business research needs. In today's example, we're going to use 10K reports on creating SWOT analysis reports, creating PowerPoint presentations, and so much more. So to give you context about the new features in NotebookLM as well as Gemini, according to blog.google, notebooks let you use more sources depending on your subscription plan, helping you tackle bigger tasks and longer running projects. And since Notebook syncs across the Gemini's apps and NotebookLM, any source you add in one place automatically appears in the other. Conducting public company research can be a tall task. Because the 10K reports can be in-depth in text, they're usually lengthy, as well as the level of jargon and complication that's involved in these reports, let me show you some of my tips and tricks that I use with NotebookLM and Gemini. Now let's get into it. Okay, so the first place we're going to go to is the McDonald's corporate website. So we're going to go to financial information and annual reports. From here, we're going to scroll down and download some of their annual reports. We're going to download 2025, 2024, 2023. So I'm going to download them individually. And as you can see, if we scroll down, the annual reports has their 10Ks. So we're going to download it. From here, we're going to log in to NotebookLM. So I'm going to click on Try NotebookLM. And we are going to start off with a blank new notebook. So I'm going to click here. And I'm going to upload my files. One of the new innovative features that NotebookLM has implemented is their infographics section. So let's say, for an example, I wanted the following infographic. Provide me a visualization of their profit margins from McDonald's 10K reports from 2023, 2024, 2025, and I'll click on the arrow right here. And as we can see here, as it's generating our infographic, it's going to give us exactly what we want in terms of the data points here. As we can see, it gives us an overview, and then we can just click on it right over here. And this is absolutely fantastic. As you can see, the visualizations are very good compared to visualizations that were done in prior generative AI platforms in 2023 and 2024. So we can see we can get great visualizations that we can use for our PowerPoint presentations, or if we wanted to include this into a research report, we can certainly do so. And I wanted to emphasize that we're not getting this visualization based off of general websites that it may be hallucinating. We're getting this visualization created based off the annual reports that we uploaded into NotebookLM. And this is certainly a game changer when you're looking at it from this perspective of having this for your presentations or research projects. And here's another visualization that it created as well. I did the same prompt, different wording, but this is what it gives me. This is fantastic in terms of what it can provide. Now that we know we can make visualizations based on the data that we can extract from these annual reports, I put NotebookLM to the test to see if we can create a SWOT analysis from the annual reports. So I'm pasting the following prompt. Provide me with a SWOT analysis report based on all of these annual reports, and press enter. And as we can see here, it does in fact create a SWOT analysis based on the annual reports. We can see directly where we're getting the sources from. So this is certainly a game changer when it comes to gathering information, as well as getting the up-to-date and most frequent strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats based on a 10K report. Once again, the reason why I like creating SWOT analysis reports in NotebookLM, it allows us to create these reports based on the information that we are putting in. We know that we're not getting it from general websites, therefore we're getting the most quality information, and most importantly, we're getting it directly from the source, from the company, which is McDonald's. Now what I'm going to do is follow up with my prompt, and I want to make a SWOT analysis visualization based on this information. So I'm going to make this SWOT analysis into a visualization and press enter. And once the SWOT analysis is done, we can see that it's going to show up right here. So this is the SWOT analysis visualization, and we're going to click on the icon located on the lower right hand side. And here we go. Once again, a great visual in terms of what we can get from these SWOT analysis. Mind you, it's from the 10K report, so we can add more industry reports if we want to really enhance this SWOT analysis. But this is really great when it comes to the information that we're getting. It's extracting it from the 10K reports and creating fantastic visualization of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats based on the information that it's getting from the 10K report. Now we know that we can create great visualizations by extracting information from the 10K reports. I'm going to put Gemini to the test in terms of pulling information and making our research process much more efficiently if we can, by pulling industry information as well as data from government websites. And I'm going to do this a little differently because I want to make sure that I know exactly where I'm getting my information from. So I'm going to paste in the following prompts, and I'm going to identify my target resources and database. So I put the following prompt: add literature directly related to the fast food industry from the following sites. And this is the BLS.gov website as well as Google Scholar. And as we can see right here, it's pulling directly from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It gives us our NAICS classification codes based on the fast food industries. It's given us an overview where it got its information from Google Scholar, which is great. And if I wanted to extract this information and have a APA reference list, I can certainly do so by giving it the following prompt: provide me with a APA reference citation list of all the resources here. And as you can see here, it gives us the APA citations as well as the data sets that it's retrieving from the government website. Just be mindful to double check your references because you never know where the mistakes happen. This is for our students, researchers, as well as faculty who are looking at this. Never copy and paste the resources. Make sure and double check that it is in fact the APA citations that are needed for your research. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to import the citations as well as the in-depth analysis that it provided us based on our information into Google Docs. So I'm going to click on More and Export to Doc, as well as the section above in which it gave us the in-depth analysis. Stroll up here to get this second part as well and export it to Docs. So now we have the in-depth analysis that's exported into the Docs as well as the citation. From here, we're going to go back to NotebookLM. So I'm going to click on Add Sources, and then I'm going to click on the Drive icon located here. I'm going to choose both of these. So now I have two, and we're going to click on Insert. Now we have a list of different resources. We have information that we know where we're getting exactly where it's from, which is fantastic. So whether it's the government website, Google Scholar, or another resource that you have in mind that you can do, as well as the APA references. So if I go back to Gemini, everything is going to be in our folder, and I can click on this icon located here, go to Notebooks, add our notebook, and ask it the following prompt. Based on your analysis, what gaps do we need to address and what resources do we need to provide? So now that we have the notebook and Gemini integrated together, now we can identify key research gaps, not only within the fast food industry, but with McDonald's as a whole. This is really fantastic in terms of what we can do with this. And it will tell us what we need to identify in terms of what to add, where our gaps lie in this particular research process. So this is certainly a game changer. Once again, we can upload this and put this into Notebook once again. I'm going to go back into Notebook right now since we have a lot of this information. So I'm going to repeat the process, and I'm going to click on More, Export to Doc, and we're going to repeat the process of uploading this document, which identifies the missing gaps in our research, and I'm going to put it back into NotebookLM. I'm going to click on Add Sources, click on Drive. So now that we have this great integration between Gemini and NotebookLM, it allows us to identify key resources and databases that we can use for our research. What we can do now is create PowerPoint presentations based on all the information that's in our notebook. So what I'm going to do is the following. Create an in-depth industry analysis PowerPoint presentation from all the sources in Notebook based on McDonald's, including strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and press enter. As you can see, it's working, it's gathering the information and the insights, and it is generating the slide deck here. Overall, just from the looks of it, it looks fantastic. We can see the visualization's great. It actually has kind of the characters from McDonald's, and it's gathering the information and insights directly from our resources. So we know we're getting the most credible information here. Once again, I think that this can certainly help a lot of people out, especially if you're tight on time when it comes to creating presentations. We did a lot in terms of collecting information from the 10K reports, as well as from government websites in Google Scholar. And we can just see that it put together such a great and clean presentation. Here are my thoughts and observations. The ability to sync between two Google products continues to be a game changer for Gemini and NotebookLM. Creating stronger business analysis by dissecting 10K reports have never been easier to streamline this process than before. The data extraction visualization component is critical beyond measure for research. As you can see, we did simple extractions, but we can do much more complicated in the next video. Creating high-level PowerPoint presentations have never been easier inside of NotebookLM, as we saw. And I believe that the next phase of research tools will allow us to continuously add information and analysis over a long period of time. So if you're interested in learning about more AI tools, feel free to click on the description below and visit my YouTube website. And with that being said, I want to thank everyone for viewing this tutorial. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at jonathan.torres@rutgers.edu.